In the headlines, the first ever Creole Rendezvous opens at Botanic Gardens, a call to farmers and vendors to improve on standards of presentation and customer service, and the Portsmouth Town Council to pursue efforts to raise customer service at the Portsmouth Market. I'm Andrea Lee with the Channel 5 News, back with the details after this.
Dominica's World Creole Music Festival in 2018, October 26, 27, 28 at the Windsor Park Stadium in the capital city, Roseau. 3 nights, over 8 genres, 40 years of independence, 1 location, Dominica, the 20th edition of Dominica's World Creole Music Festival. For more information, like our Facebook page, Dominica Festivals. Visit our website, www.dominicafestivals.com for all travel, accommodation, and ticketing details. My love, my home, my Dominica. Building a resilient nation. See you there! Proudly sponsored by the Government of Dominica and Discover Dominica Authority.
M&J Covering is the producer of designed galvanized and galvalume in Dominica. They design to your specifications, color and length, 4 styles of galvanized and galvalume pre-painted roofing sheets as requested, and supply all your galvalume accessories. M&J Covering helps you control spending and reduce waste. At M&J Covering, they are also equipped to build your roof to precise standards anywhere on island. So come to M&J Covering at 1 Mile in Portsmouth or call 445-5001 275-5003 today.
Thank you for staying with us. First up, the first ever Creole Rendezvous is being described as an avenue to grow Dominica's festival tourism subsector.
The remarks came from Director of Tourism Colin Piper when he addressed the opening of the inaugural Creole Rendezvous on Monday.
Ladies and gentlemen, our focus and resolve on building and growing the festival tourism subsector in Dominica is indeed a key part of the strategy to develop our tourism sector, to create jobs, generate foreign exchange, and to help grow the local economy. Our tourism industry, which was impacted heavily by the passage of 2 most recent weather systems with devastating consequences, has been able to rebound and to find its way back to contributing to our economic and social well-being. We did not allow Tropical Storm Erica in 2015, nor the monster Hurricane Maria in 2017 to break our resolve or collective spirit to rebuild better and to ensure that we are much stronger going forward. The way forward will, however, require a national commitment and the support of the national and international communities to work with us in the rebuilding process.
Member of Parliament for the Roseau Central constituency, Joseph Isaac, says the hosting of Creole Rendezvous is a good indication to the world that Dominica is bouncing back from the ravages of Hurricane Maria.
1 year later, we must let the world know that Dominica is indeed flourishing, as thousands of residencies are being rebuilt or rehabilitated in accordance with new building codes. Agriculture has rebounded. Our roads and bridges are open, communication have been restored island-wide, and the cultural industry is vibrant again. Just 1 year later, we must tell them that the Botanical Gardens, where we stand today, has already begun being restored to what it was before, and a committee is in place to take it to another level.
Mayor of Roseau, Irene John, called on Dominicans both here and abroad to take to heart the Reunion Independence theme, My Love, My Home, My Dominica, Building a Resilient Nation.
This theme is so appropriate in this period of our development. If we truly love our home Dominica, we all need to put our hands to the wheel in order to make Dominica the first climate resilient nation in the world. We are here this afternoon in these scenic botanical gardens with all its flora and fauna to officially open Creole Rendezvous. What an extremely lovely ambience. We are here to experience what is really local, what is really ours, what is really Dominica.
Day 1 of Creole Rendezvous was held under the theme Rediscover Fun. The subsequent themes are Rediscover Mystery, Rediscover Taste, and Rediscover Rhythm.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Crawford Alexis, Cultural Elder in the town of Portsmouth for 2018.
Crawford Alexis was sashed the Cultural Elder during Heritage Day celebrations in Portsmouth on the weekend. Mr. Alexis was born in Lower Penville, the second of his parents' 10 children. He fathered 8 children himself. For the past 65 years, the distinguished accordionist has perfected the art form and taught many across the island.
In collaboration with the Division of Culture, Mr. Alexis has taught several young people from Capuchin, Portsmouth, Penville, Peybouche, Viecaz, Point Michel, Calibishi, Coolibistry, Woodford Hill, Maho, and Collyho to play the accordion, his instrument of choice. Today, some of his past students, like Michael Ferrol of Peybouche and Michael Matthew of Capuchin, are complimenting Mr. Crawford for his hard work, as they themselves are now promoting the accordion art form in the United States and other parts of the world. Locally, many of his past students continue to accompany various cultural groups around Dominica and elsewhere. Crawford's hard work has certainly not been in vain. Mr. Crawford is also the recipient of the Golden Drum Award.
Farmers in the north are told to prepare to meet the volume of produce and the quality required when a number of hotels under construction in the north come on stream.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Agriculture Reginald Austrie told farmers it's time to begin to change some of their practices to meet higher standards.
With these 3 major hotels coming into the north of the country, there is no way the farmers in the north can produce enough fresh fruits and vegetables to supply those markets. And here goes your opportunity as farmers to supply the local market, but to also supply those hotels with fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. But we cannot continue to do it the same way, because those hotels are 5-star hotels. Those hotels we have never seen in Dominica. And so our service, our agriculture, it has to be on a 5-star level. And so we have to go for a period of orientation and reorientation that we can meet the needs of those facilities. Otherwise, you will find yourself with your little heap of carrot outside of the hotel, and you'll be seeing trucks of carrots from other countries coming into the hotel, and you outside of the hotel, and you cannot sell it because the produce is not of the quality that the hotels expect. You have to produce quality.
Austrie says government will have to institute systems to ensure farmers fall in line with quality production.
In Dominica, we don't like change. And every time we ask you, don't go to workshops. You believe that you know everything already. So why go to a workshop? But knowledge shall increase. And knowledge will continue to increase. And you may think that you're a little humble farmer selling your dashin, but there is so much more you can learn about production and presentation that you'll be amazed. I want to say to you that let us not take things for granted. Let us not believe that because we have come a long way, and I've said to you that 1 year is a very short time for the progress that we've made. And we also forget very quickly in Dominica where we were about the same time last year. And we just believe that we're here today and everything is nice and dandy and we can go back to our old selves and our own style. It cannot be business as usual in Dominica. It cannot be business as usual in agriculture. We have to go back to school, we have to change, and we have to become innovative.
The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force is promising its presence will be felt as the country gears up to host 2 national cultural activities for Reunion 2018.
With an increased number of events and an increased number of people are expected in Dominica as the country observes Creole Week this week. Creole Rendezvous, which replaces Creole in the Park, started Monday and will run until Thursday, 25th October. The World Creole Music Festival is scheduled for Friday, 26th to the 28th of October. Police Superintendent with responsibility for the Central Division and Operations cautioned would-be mischief makers to refrain from causing trouble at the events.
During the screening process, patrons will be denied access to the venue if they are found to be carrying any article that fits the description of an offensive weapon. That is to say, knives, ice picks, scissors, cutlass. Firearms. Licensed firearm holders will not be allowed to access the venue with their firearm. Crime prevention patrols. We are expected to have robust patrols, both mobile and on foot. Those patrols will be conducted within the city of Roseau and environs for the duration of the festival.
Valentine says the police force has already activated its operations plan with special emphasis on safety and security. He says among the areas to receive special attention under the plan is the Windsor Park Stadium, which is the venue for the World Creole Music Festival.
The police force operational plan is tailored with emphasis on venue security, traffic management, and crime prevention. Venue security. A venue operating center will be established at the stadium, which is mandated to manage accidents and emergencies throughout the festival if the need arises. The stadium will be divided into zones for the purpose of security for the duration of the festival. A senior police officer with a detail of police officers and private security will be responsible to man a zone. Sanitization of the venue. The venue will be sanitized daily by a team of police officers prior to the commencement of the show. On completion, the venue will be secured until the gates are open to patrons 2 hours prior to showtime.
On the topic of smaller, less publicized events taking place during the week, Valentine says the police will also be at fringe events to ensure law and order prevails.
What we have in place is once you intend to have an activity somewhere, you write to the chief of police for approval. Once that is done, you come in to speak to us, the chief or the operational head. And so we look at what is going to happen, the venue, safety and security. So all the other activities, as far as it's practicable possible, we ensure that they are manned by police officers and sometimes supported by private security. So all the other events you are hearing about, you should see some uniform presence at those events.
Just over a year after Hurricane Maria virtually crippled its telecommunications network, Flow Dominica is reporting impressive progress in rolling out its futuristic state-of-the-art network. Part of this facelift includes its superfast broadband, officially referred to as its fiber-to-the-home network. Marketing and Corporate Communications and LEAP Ambassador with Flow Dominica, Ferdinand Frampton, says that product, which was introduced a few weeks ago, is already being decentralized from the Roseau area.
We have rolled out our fiber to the home network, or what we comfortably prefer to refer as super fast broadband. And so far we've rolled out that network in a few areas to include Roseau, Goodwill, including Center Ruma. We are also in Yampis, in Tarishpeet, in Stock Farm, and in Canefield. And in the next few days, we will begin signing up customers in Casa Comfort and Wallhouse as well. And what will happen is, as time goes by, we will decentralize and move out to the other areas to bring our services to our customers in those areas.
The fiber to the home network lays the foundation for the company's new TV product, Flow Evo.
What we've also done, we've also launched our Flow Evo, and Flow Evo, the evolution is here, is our TV product. So our TV product is branded as Flow Evo, and we are really revolutionizing the television experience. Yes, that's what it means. The television viewing experience here in Dominica, and we are also rolling out using the same footprint of fiber to the home, because with Flow Evo, you require super fast broadband to be able to experience Flow Evo.
You are watching the Channel 5 News. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, galvanized and fenced pipe. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Imagine you have Hollywood at your command. Introducing Flow Evo. Anywhere you are.
Big girls don't scream hard like Halloween, make me feel alive.
There's a world of entertainment here, and you run the show. Flow Evo.
Welcome back. The Portsmouth Town Council is looking to spearhead efforts to raise standards and enhance customer experience at the local market.
Mayor Titus Francis says he would like to see improvements in prices on vendors' food displays, with special attention being paid to approved sanitation practices. Francis spoke at a market day with a difference on Saturday.
No longer should we see produce on a crocus bag on the ground on the side of the road. No longer should we see vendors looking at a low dashing and try to determine whether it's $5 or $10 for that dashing. No longer should we see people looking at 3 big plantain and says $5 and 3 small plantain and says $3. We need to set standards. And we will take it on as a project at the council, whereby we will engage the Bureau of Standards and work with our farmers, work with our sellers, so that we establish a standard right across the board as to how we price our products.
Francis says there are ways in which the butchers can also improve their service.
We'll observe that we've done some work on the abattoir, if you want to call it as such, where we're also going to focus on improving the quality of fresh meat that is put up for sale. Through the help of the Commonwealth Local Government Forum and the Dominica Association of Local Authority, we were able to get a small grant of about $37,500 at the Portsmouth Town Council, which we've used to recover sections of the abattoir. But we're also hoping that with some savings, we'll be able to provide the butchers, although not very many, at least with a bandsaw and some form of refrigeration. So when you buy your pork or your beef or whatever meat it is, you're not going to get splinters of bones in the meat. And it will be well cut and presented in a manner that is befitting of our standard.
The mayor says vendors need to establish some minimum standards in the way they treat their customers.
Member of Parliament for Portsmouth, who is also Minister for Trade, Ian Douglas, has made an appeal to food providers to be more resilient in what they do.
Addressing Market Day with a Difference on Saturday, Mr. Douglas noted that there were various aspects of resilience that food providers should consider. Douglas pointed to food security and trade, noting that countries such as Antigua, Guadeloupe and Anguilla, St. Martin and others north of Dominica depend on us for their food supply. He explained that adding value to our local produce was also a key aspect of building resilience.
If we are to talk truly about resilience, then we must be able to take the raw produce that is generated from the soil and add value to it. So take our potatoes and turn them into potato chips, our plantains into plantain chips, our bananas into banana chips, and those sorts of things. We must go on to think about things like breadfruit flour and dashing flour and those things, so that again, if a natural disaster disrupts our way of life, we will be able to bounce back the day after by being able to feed ourselves from our local production and not being absolutely dependent on foreign imports and waiting for the boats to come in so that we can feed the population.
Douglas says resilience includes changing the way one looks at life on a whole.
News of flooding in Trinidad has been spreading across the globe all weekend.
According to CNC3 News, the Ministry of Health in Trinidad says there have been no reports of death due to the current flooding in that country. The ministry made reference to reports in the public domain alluding to the death of a resident as a result of the severe flooding in that area. The Ministry of Health there reiterated that as of Sunday, their surveillance system has not produced any confirmed reports of death due to the current flooding. They urge members of the public to support relief efforts and refrain from spreading rumors of this kind. Public health officials and NGO bodies are going beyond the call of duty to offer care and service to those in need.
And the Chinese are also celebrating with us this independence, as they have for the past 14 years of diplomatic ties with Dominica. And in the spirit of independence and the Creole Week, we would like to share some of the performances coming out of a farewell ceremony for the crew of the Chinese Navy hospital ship Peace Ark last week. To end the news, the headlines again. The first ever Creole Rendezvous opens at Botanic Gardens. A call to farmers and vendors to improve on standards of presentation and customer service. And the Portsmouth Town Council to pursue efforts to raise the standard of customer service at the Portsmouth Market. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access or past the newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Andrea Louis, and to all of our viewers around the world, Thank you so much for watching. Join us tomorrow.